Alright. Entry number 317 into the archives. Subject 317 is shown to be cooperative and did not give the acquisition team any trouble. Well, that's good. We appreciate that. Subject 317 is known by many names. Yada yada. Alright. So, I will be interviewing you, studying you today. You are in the database known as Subject 317, and that is what I will be largely entering you as. It does say you have several different names you've been referred to as. I don't know if any of these are ones you've selected, or perhaps they are given to you via local folklore. Urban legends, I guess, might be more accurate. The shrouded one, the shadowy one, the shadow figure, living shadow, hat man. Do you normally wear a hat? And the shadow man. Okay. Are you even a man? Yeah. Do you identify as one? I'm not sure. You're kind of a nebulous individual. Subject 317 can talk. That is good. And how has your environment suited you since you've gotten here to the facility? Have we been able to get you everything you've needed? Okay. If there's anything you do need that we are unaware of, please let us know. While we do try to, now, put it bluntly, capture and contain as many cryptids as possible, as well as, of course, catalog them. It is not our wish to see you die while in our custody, or even fall ill. So if there's anything you need, yeah, I don't know about that one. So, before we get into that, would you care to address the allegations that several people have disappeared and that you may have caused them? You did. Noted. Now, would you mind explaining how you did that? Pocket realm within the shadow. Eternal night. And what happens when you place an individual there? They are dissolved for nutrients. Okay. And does this feed the shadow realm or you? Sorry, your shadow pocket dimension. Yourself. Excellent. Thank you for being so cooperative. It's much appreciated. Now, it appears that you regularly did this with humans, if the reports are to be believed, as well as, of course, your self-admittance. Do animals work? They have to be living. So why go after people? People are easier to catch. Okay. And funnier when they're scared. Alright, that's wonderful. Fantastic. Okay, well... is there any qualifications for what animals you can ingest? Need to be alive. Okay. Well, we can certainly provide some of that. Do you have a preference? I don't know if your shadow dimension can taste or has some facsimile of it. Chicken, goat, pig. We can potentially do cow. Let's get a little bit more expensive. We'll probably have the meals spaced out in between. Actually, that brings me to the next question before you answer that. How regularly do you need to eat? So, more food, more space in between. Alright. And did you have a preference on that? Okay. Solve into Shadow Realm. Okay. And is there anything we should be aware of as far as your confinement is concerned and your total size? For instance, if the Shadow Realm expands and you gain more nutrients, you get stronger or larger or anything like that? No. Alright. Hopefully you're telling the truth on that. Hate for anything to go awry. Alright. So let's just get a little bit more, and we have descriptors. Subject 317 appears to be roughly 7 feet tall. We're close to around 2 meters, 7 feet, somewhere around there. So, let's see. Now, are you from this reality? Okay. Cryptic. Subject was evasive. Referred to shadows as all reality. Anywhere that light does not touch, as it is the natural state. That's wonderful. Now, do you know how you came to be? Were you born? Did you coalesce from shadow? Did you, how does that work? Do you procreate? Do you, is there only one of you? Can you split into more of you? Just trying to understand a little more. Noted. Now it's noted. So, how long have you been on Earth? Okay. And approximately how old are you? Come now, don't be coy. You must have some rough estimation. By our count, the year is 2023 AD. That old. Interesting. Have you ever had any interest in going somewhere besides Earth? Alright, I'll put that in. Born of the cold, endless void. But there is no food there. Subject wishes to stay on Earth. Or easy access to food. Fair enough. So, given your obvious abilities to banish beings to the Shadow Realm, so to speak, if you'll give the turn of phrase. You don't understand that? That's okay. The reference is irrelevant. So, given your obvious abilities to remove people from this reality, why did you submit willingly to the acquisition team? I'm sure you could have fought back. Most of our subjects do. You have heard of us. That is interesting. How have you? Known some of the other subjects. Do you have ways of accessing knowledge beyond your immediate scope? Okay. Yes, of course, if you make yourself useful, we do offer extra privileges, but... So, let me just make sure I have the reasoning right. I have written here, Subject 317 submitted willingly to the acquisition team as they believed they would be able to get free room and board without having to hunt for their food, and believed they would be able to escape with relative ease should they need to. Let me ask you something. Can you escape right now? Why don't you give it a try? Okay. Excellent. Yes, well, it is important that if we're going to continue that you be contained. That is one of the requirements for the free room and board, as you put it. But yes, I can understand that being granted food without having to hunt for it would have some appeal. Now, if you do decide you would like to hunt for it, we do offer hunting grounds that you can access during meal times and hunt for your food if you so desire. We don't want you getting bored. We find that bored subjects tend to get into mischief, and that's not ideal. All right. Yeah, just making some notes. Don't mind me. Again, appreciate your cooperation. It's very helpful, honestly. Don't usually get this. What sort of privileges? Well, if you can offer information that we find valuable, we can get you more interesting meals, or let's see. Yeah. Find a list of things we offer. More interesting meals, beverages, more comfortable accommodations. If you read, we can offer you books. If you don't know how to read but would like to, we can offer you tutors. So, yeah, education, books. You can't travel through the internet or electrical outlets, can you? No. Okay, just making sure. Some of our subjects can, and it is very unhelpful for containment procedures. Well, in that case, we can also offer arcade games, video games, yeah, things like that. There is even, provided you are cooperative enough and show that you can be trusted, over time we may allow you a guest pass to wander around the facility, kind of stretch your legs, look at things, talk to some of the employees, or even some of the other subjects. You mentioned you knew some. We could potentially let you have a conversation. Things like that. If those are things that interest you. If there is some other thing that we have been thus far unwilling to do, you can, of course, request something specific. Okay? All right. All right, we got your height, age, general description, humanoid in shape, shadowy, no surprise there, but with no distinct or firm outlines, focusing on subject 317, difficult. Alright, well, I think that about does it for our session today. Before I go, do you have any other requests regarding your accommodations? Like, just some basics that you might want or need. Alright, I can certainly pass that along. Again, appreciate you being so accommodating, and I will, I'm sure, see you again. I will be, I'm kind of the head of the department when it comes to handling our various subjects, so you'll see me again, though we will assign a regular handler in the future. Yes, so yeah, you'll have somebody else, but if you ever need to contact me, you can just let your handler know, and they'll get a hold of me, and we can discuss whatever it is you need, okay? Alright. Well, thanks again. I will see you later. Alright. Bye.